afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video, bringing you a double team. Now, this team is from San_Tacos on Twitter. Let's call him Tacos for short, who is the person responsible for giving us the Greedent team in the past. So I'm excited to see what he's concocted this time around with DUBWOOL. Now, DUBWOOL, unironically, is in a pretty decent spot in the meta. I know what you're saying, guys. What are you saying, Kevin? Now, think about what's currently very popular in VGC. You have Zacian, who's a physical Pokemon. You have Groudon, who's a physical Pokemon. You have Incineroar, Rillaboom, all physical Pokemon. DUBWOOL doesn't care about those Pokemon. And unironically, also Calyrex Shadow, which DUBWOOL doesn't care about as well, which is why this DUBWOOL carries Payback as a dark move, which is kind of funny. So the whole idea behind this DUBWOOL set is gonna be to get 1 or 2 Cotton Guards off. If you guys don't know what Cotton Guard does, I wouldn't blame you because not a lot of Pokemon have access to it. It makes you +3 defense right away. So the goal is to get to +6 defense and then body press everything alive. Now, if we encounter a Ghost type, that's what the Payback is for. Now, I'm super excited to try this out because the rest of the team is looking so threatening. You have Dialga, you have Ogre, you have Weakness Palsy Dialga, by the way. We don't have a self-proc on this team, but there's not one that I noticed right away unless I want to Earth Power myself with Venusaur. I mean, I guess I could always body press myself with DUBWOOL. But the thing is, to knock out Dialga, you pretty much have to hit it with a super effective move anyway. The Ogre is going to be nicely for dealing with a lot of the threats that Dialga has in general. It deals with, you know, fire types, makes it actually resistant to fire type instead of just, you know, neutral. We also do have double screens on our Grimmsnarl and the Grimmsnarl with taunt just in case we encounter any dumb, you know, prankster shenanigans. And hey, a Venusaur's here. Venusaur's here to counter Sun teams. We'll see how well that does as well. I've never tried Venusaur on a rain team, at least not in this generation, so I'm excited. But the star of the show is going to be the DUBWOOL. If you guys are excited to see DUBWOOL here on Pokésports, you know what to do. Hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. Let's get on to today's battle. First game of the day against Ty. All right. Ty is bringing kind of like a little bit of a Trick Room Sun package, which is definitely not what you see every day. Running the Torkoal alongside the Charizard. Double fire types. My Kyogre is going to love eating those lives. Now, they're definitely going to want to try to lead with maybe a Trick Room thing. Thankfully, we do have Trick Room on Dialga, so we could just lead with Dialga and reverse that right away if we wanted to go that route, which I think we kind of do. Because they have redirection, so leading the Instant's not going to do anything for us. We could also set up Grimmsnarl and be annoying. And I do believe DUBWOOL is like kind of a slow mon. It's not the world's slowest. Oh my goodness, it's shiny. Okay, it's 108. It's not like super slow. It's not super fast. I don't think I've ever seen shiny DUBWOOL before, by the way. That's pretty cool just to look at. Let's go double Dialga. Double D. The double D combination. Bringing the Ogre in the back. Maybe an Ensign? Yeah, there's a Calyrex Ice. We bring Ensign 100% of the day. And let's see how this goes. I have 0 expectations. We could get 3 losses this episode. Don't blame me if we do. I'm just trying to point out all the possibilities here. We got 3 wins in the last episode, so if anything, we could afford 3 losses, right? We'll see how this goes. Charizard, Calyrex Ice. There's a clear Trick Room option here. There's a little bit of an issue, and that issue is Fluffy doesn't like fire. So, I think we leave for now. And let's just weaken this Calyrex beyond all hope. Let's go for the Max Wormwind here. If they set Trick Room, so be it. I don't think they want to, honestly. I'm just going to make this Calyrex -2 because I think that's the biggest threat on the field, and I don't want to deal with it, at least not right now. Now, the Charizard could be a threat later. But at least with the switch-in, I feel like the switch-in is also very solid for us. So, thanks for stopping by, Sheep. We might use you later. But as it stands right now, we don't have much use for you. Specifically because, like, in general... Okay, they're going to swap out there. Makes sense. Into the Torkoal. They're going for some damage here. They're going to go for some straight damage. Which does worry my Dialga a little bit. It actually worries my Dialga a lot. But we do have Rain in the back. Maybe we can get a parting shot off this turn. I don't think Charizard can OHKO my Dynamax Dialga. At least I can only hope it doesn't. I think they just wanted to see what the heck we were going to do. Right? They were looking at what our leads were going to be. They kind of prepared themselves for both scenarios. Like, okay, do we trick room or do we not? Right? And I think they decided that we're not going to trick room. And their decision was by taking our lives. Anyway, we Dynamax Dialga. This will still be a lot of damage onto the Torkoal. Might even knock out the Torkoal if I had to guess. Followed by the Wildfire also onto Dialga. We miraculously take it, but we might be burning our Dynamax this turn. Yeah, they're Life Orb too. Yikes, dude. But we knock out the Torkoal. Okay. Hey, man. That's something, I guess. I'm just having an issue with this Charizard right now. And now they're going to go back into their Calyrex and make me sad. They're pretty much splitting my mind here. They're trying to make me go for the Charizard and the Calyrex at the same time. It's like either they set the Trick Room up and then they can sweep with Calyrex, or I start to smack the Charizard. No, they go Palkia. Interesting. Now they can still go Trick Room here. Max Guard makes no difference. I have to attack. The reason why Max Guard makes no difference. Oh, I could Snarl. Oh yeah, I don't have Parting Shot, so I guess I kind of have to Snarl. I guess Snarl is the most consistent play here too. They're both special attackers on the field, so might as well try to weaken them both. And just in case the Charizard decides to go for the instant spot, I mean, honestly, it could be an Airstream into instant if I'm not too careful. It probably is an Airstream into instant, to be entirely honest. Because then they Airstream in Spatial. Dang it. Dang it. Oh, no. They might have messed up. They might have messed up. They Airstreamed into Dialga. Maybe just, you know, scouting for a swap here. The instant, theoretically, isn't doing awful on the field right now. They could set Trick Room, but they would just help us. So I don't think that's what they're going to do. And they wouldn't set Trick Room after clicking Airstream. They go for the Earth Power, but we are AV. So we eat that up for breakfast. And now with the Snarl on both, nice. We do double connect with the Snarl. We get a little bit more momentum here. Now they don't have any more weather that they can swap in and out of. And we do have the Ogre to change their weather right away. I think our best bet here is that now that I have them -2, to simply just Origin and Snarl. Maybe should I Heart Soften and Double? Should we use Double as fodder? Nah. No. We Snarl. We Snarl. We believe in the Double. I think Double can still do something, especially to that Calyrex in the back. And even this Palkia, like, now that they're both -2, there's a lot of pressure on them to swap out. So one or the other could be swapping here, which would mean that our swap is meaningless. No one's swapping. They switched to Rockfall. They're really desperate to change the weather. Rockfall into my Ogre. Does actually no damage. I totally could have Water Spouted there, but I didn't. I Origin Pulsed. This should still be hurting the Zard. Followed by the Earth Power again. Onto my instant this time. We already know that doesn't knock us out. Double Snarls again, baby. And now if we can somehow manage to knock out the Zard, who is at half health. Palkia is locked at -2. Whew. Nice. Absolutely wonderful. Come on, let's hit the Snarl, though. We got to hit the Snarl first. We do hit the Snarl. They got us out of the range, so we can go for a Flare Blitz onto the Calyrex spot. Calyrex can't Dynamax. We got pressure here. Issue is, they got Trick Room options, right? We got to worry about those. Now, I'm thinking it's going to be a Protect Calyrex kind of thing, right? It's going to be a Protect Calyrex kind of thing. Set Trick Room up with Palkia kind of thing, you know? What can I do about that is the issue. If I'm calling that read, which I am, I'm going to go for just straight up Snarl. It might not do much. I'm going to U-turn. That way I can switch in, right? No Trick Room, at least not from that side of the field. We still live this, by the way. I didn't expect this, honestly. Are they Trick Room with Calyrex? Did I get my prediction wrong? That's still really good damage on Palkia, though. I will not complain about that. Fall by U-turn. Still not enough to knock out Palkia, but Palkia will go down to sand this turn. Now we'll send in our buddy Double. Did they just go for an ice move? Please don't just go for an ice move. No way. They didn't try to change the speed up at all? That's wild, honestly. Seed Bomb. Well, I guess that's one thing you could do. But the Palkia goes down this turn. And now we get a Fake Out plus a Cotton Guard. Plus the Intimidate. So that +1 doesn't matter. Bye, Palkia. All right. Now it's the world versus this Calyrex. And I can get +3 defense right here, right now. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Lefty is gonna help mitigate that wildfire too, which is really cool. We also have Payback, which is interesting. All right. Back comes NC. Get that Intimidate going. Now, I know I could Flare Blitz here, but I don't want to break policy. So, what we're going to do is Fake Out instead. I'm going to let the Sand knock me out, and we're going to click Cotton Guard. I'm nervous. I am very nervous, because I don't know how much damage we're doing here. I do know Double is a tanky beast. I just don't know how much. +3, baby. We got it. We can do that one more time. But I think we have to be... I think that's a little aggressive. Instant will go down, right? Oh, we're living. Ooh, we get a Flare Blitz. Okay, now I'm definitely not doing it again. I'm clicking Flare Blitz, and I am clicking... If they have Seed Bomb, that means they have Horsepower, Seed Bomb, Glacial Lance, and Trick Room. They don't have Protect. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'm clicking Flare Blitz. And I'm clicking Body Press. I'm not going to think about it twice. Here's the Body Press. Let's see some damage here. Yo, Double, though? Is that enough to where Flare Blitz KOs? Absolutely, right? GG. Double taken game 1. I didn't expect that. At least we're not getting 3 losses today. And Double is the last remaining Pokemon on the field, as it should be. Now, this is a Reshiram team that I have not seen yet. It's a Reshiram team with Weezing and Milotic. Interesting. Okay, Weezing, Milotic. I'm not sure what the Weezing does for them here, other than the fact that they can turn on and off their Intrepid Sword and get +1 boosts. I see that. But, yeah, the Milotic means not much for us. Simply because we don't have any Intimidators beyond Instant, and I don't think Instant comes to this battle. I do want to try to set up Double if I can. Because it's ironically not terrible into this matchup. We are just going to need to set it up first. Now I'm wondering, do we lead with the Ogre or do we lead with the Dialga? So I'm thinking about either it's Ogre Grim or Dialga Grim. Or we just double all, you know, right in the lead. Let's do double D lead again. Double D lead with Ogre in the back and a Venusaur. Venusaur, so we have a switch into the Rillaboom Grassy Glides. I like that idea. And now that I think about it, Venusaur makes nothing but sense on Ogre teams because of the 4 times resisted to Grassy Glides. Then again, I guess you could also make the case that, hey, that's why Kartana exists on rain teams as well, is so that you can switch into the Ogre Grassy Glides. My opponent is wearing... They're leading Weezing. So we lose our Fluffy, unfortunately, and we lose our, what, Telepathy? That's honestly not that meaningful for us. It doesn't make a lot of sense to keep the double in on a fire type, though. I will say that much. Just in general. So I think we might take the swap into the Ogre. Do we have to, though? Actually, we're not weak to fire because we have our thingy turned off. Our Fluffy is turned off. So I think we just sit here and Cotton Guard. could be regretting this, but I also don't care. We Cotton Guard, we max orbit into the restaurant spot. If they want to swap in Azation, which it looks like they don't, we will worry about that later. Now, they could also burn our double, which I did consider. And if they do, then I guess our double just becomes fodder for this game, which is unfortunate. But hey, it did something in the last game. We can't expect it to do something in every single game. Now, we do learn that they do outspeed our Dialga, which makes sense because our Dialga is a Trick Room version of Dialga. It does not have a lot of investment. It's not minimally invested, but it doesn't have a lot of investment. Also, same thing goes for our Ogre. This is actually a very slow Ogre now that I'm actually taking a look at the EV spreads and the EV spreads. Interesting. Let's see what happens. They go for the max Quake. Thanks for the weakness policy, TomTom. They're gonna regret this. Now, even if you do have Assault Vest, which they always do, this is gonna hurt. And this is gonna hurt bad. I mean, granted, they did get +1 special defense for this, so it's not gonna hurt that bad. So if they do have Assault Vest, then this is only gonna hurt the exact same amount that it was gonna hurt before. Well, that's not an Assault Vest. Was that a crit? Or was that just not an Assault Vest? Safety goggles? That's the only other item I could really expect Reshiram to have, but that's how you make Reshiram disappear. And we now have a Cotton Guard on our double. So Zacians, try your best. Double is here setting up. Did they burn? They burn. Unlucky, but honestly, we're gonna be at +6 defense. So as long as they can't kill us, I guess we're still doing okay. The burn damage is going to be mitigated by the leftovers, which is nice. In comes the Zacian. Alrighty, Tom. So they did have to switch into that Dragon move. That's a little bit upsetting. They also don't get the +1. I'm going to set up the +6. I mean, what do I have to lose, right? Let's go for the Quake onto the Zacian. I also have nothing to lose here. They probably just go for the Sacred Sword into our spot, but they got to switch out this Weezing before they do that, which is another reason why I'm not attacking the Weezing. Now, I don't know how Burn works with Body Press. Like, Burn mitigates my attack, but Body Press takes my defense stat and attacks with my defense stat. So does that mean that Burns don't matter? Because Burns don't affect defense stats. I think that's what it means. I think that burn is meaningless. Subzation. Tom, you better relax with that. We're not playing that game right now. You think I'm not attacking you? I'm attacking you. Now, I double into that spot is what I do next turn. They're just trying to stall my Dynamax, which makes absolute sense. Because Dialga is a lot more threatening when it's big. But next turn, I'll be able to go for the Body Press. So at the very least, you'll have a +6 Body Press to the face. Now, what is Weezing doing? Taunting? Flamethrower. Don't think I care. Don't think I care much at all. Yeah. Burnt wool. All right. Now, let's go for the Body Press here. And let's go for the... Let's actually check for floaties. So many ground weaknesses on this team now that I'm looking at it again. And not a single floaty. Okay, cool. We double into the Zacian spot again. They try to go for the sub again. They're just stalling my Dynamax. But realistically, they are doing damage to themselves. And now we're going to see what Body Press does here. Does the Body Press take burn into account or not? I think if we one-shot the Zacian here, it doesn't take burn into account. And if you guys know for sure, let me know down below in the comments section too. I'd really appreciate that. Because I'm not actually too keen on that information. They can't sub again. They taunted after I was +6. Oh no. Well, now I don't care. Alright, well, they can't sub again. Which is great news for us. They probably want to go for a Sacred Sword into the Dialga spot. I think we just body press the Zacian. Maybe hard swap the Dialga out just so we don't take that. I guess Sacred, if they're going to go for Sacred Sword, we can go into Venusaur to take it because that's going to be a resisted hit, and we just take the Zacian for free this turn. Like, I'm not too concerned about this Gigas. This, I said Gigas, it's a Weezing. But you know what I mean. Okay, now they finally get the +1 boost, so it's a little bit scarier. They sounded at the Rilla. I gotta take that out before I bring in the Ogre, that's for sure. Now we'll see what their Zacian decides to do. Oh, Zacian ignores stat increases, right? Oh. Oh, yes, Zacian does ignore stat increases, but I guess they don't care much about that. Unless it just doesn't have Sacred Sword. It could have Play Rough with Protect and Sub and Behemoth. But yeah, Sacred Sword does harm DUBWOOL a little bit. Or a lot of it. Okay, well, I body press Zacian. And I Earth Power Zacian. I have nothing to lose by doubling the Zacian here. They protected last turn. I can deal with this Rillaboom later. Rillaboom's going to stop my Venusaur from attacking. They do have Sacred Sword. They unfortunately still don't do any damage to double. They still don't do anything. Bam! Goodbye. That's just hilarious, man. That's just justice. I'm gonna have to find a way to deal with this Rillaboom, though. The Rillaboom's not gonna be able to do anything to DUBWOOL. But I also have to deal with this Rillaboom, one, before they, before I bring the Ogre. Whether it be knocking it out, or whether it be, before, like, letting the grassy terrain go away. One of the two I have to do before the Ogre comes out. But I think, honestly, here, my opponent does not have enough damage to take this game back. So let's just go for the body press, not on the Weezing. Body press onto Rilla. And I guess we Earth Power onto Weezing. We might as well get some damage going on the Weezing. The Weezing's not really meaning much. Yeah. I agree. Like I said, my opponent doesn't have the damage necessary to defeat my Pokemon. We have a whole Ogre in the back. We have a Dialga with like half HP. We have a full health Venusaur and like a +6 DUBWOOL on the field. They're not doing damage. Their Sacred Sword, maybe potentially getting that Oko, was the only thing they had going for it. And even then, it wasn't enough. That's an Uxie. That's not just any Uxie. That's an Uxie and an Alchemy. Whoa. Okay, Chris. I don't actually know what to do in this situation. I've never faced an Uxie before. At least not in Series 12. I mean, I know what it does. It like trick rooms and set screens and stuff, but like, look, I've never seen actually anyone be mad enough to use one. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about the Alchemy, not gonna lie. I do feel like Dialga is like a big Pokemon for us. Like a definite must-bring lead. Honestly, this is a double restricted kind of lead. Because I don't know what they're doing. It's a double restricted kind of lead, but on top of that all, we bring the instant just in case they have the Rillaboom. And then the DUBWOOL because it's a double video. And ironically, DUBWOOL can do pretty decently into their Incineroar. And could honestly pretty do a lot into their whole physical side of the field, right? All the physical Pokemon that they have on their side of the field, DUBWOOL can just set up the +6 and not care about. Now, that being said, my biggest concern is maybe an Alchemy plus Solgaleo combination because my team doesn't have the most reliable way to knock out a Solgaleo. Maybe this is a Trick Room game. For us, they lead Uxie and Solgaleo? Are they trying to set Trick Room up too? Okay, hear me out. Trick Room Max Geyser. Is our best play, I think. This Solgaleo is the only thing on my opponent's side of the field that's stopping us. We Dynamax first. So either that means they're Trick Rooming themselves on the Solgaleo, or they're not Dynamaxing Solgaleo, or we're faster. So we shouldn't Trick Room, but I think it just means that they're not Dynamaxing Solgaleo. They wide guard. Oh, you're gonna regret that. Nice try, buddy. Here's a geyser. Oh, they're gonna forfeit. Yeah, I don't think they stick around after that. That's a big L right away. Oh, they're gonna be so upset. They went for the trick room, and guess what? The Helga didn't care. We could not have asked for a better turn one, man. We could literally not have asked for a better turn one. Rillaboom's entering the field. Issue is, I don't think Rillaboom can finish us off. Here we are. They could Dynamax Rillaboom, but that'd be a very silly thing to do when I have a Pokemon like Ensign and I can keep just swapping in and out on. I'm gonna take the Geyser here on the Uxie. Like, if they want to knock out my Ogre, they could try. Whatever makes them feel like they don't have to forfeit, right? We're gonna get our Ensign back on the field. We're gonna get this Rilla down to -1, so they're definitely not gonna knock us out the Grassy Glide. They would have to commit to a Wood Hammer or commit to Dynamax. You know, they just Grassy Glide. As you can see, we can eat up a billion of those. Now here we're trying to prevent the Trick Room. I know Uxie does tend to be very tanky. Not tanky enough, man. Life Orb Ogre is so toxic sometimes, man. Wow. I am like in love with this double team, Adam. I don't even know. Adam is Santacos' first name, by the way. If you guys are wondering who I'm talking to and who I'm calling Adam. I'm baffled by how well this team is doing. I'm gonna U-turn on the Rilla. And I'm gonna, I guess I might as well stick around with the Ensign. I'll Snarl. They still have a Dynamax turn, and I'll go for the Hailstorm onto their Rilla. They don't Dynamax anything yet. They must be really trying to Trick Room. They double protect for the fake out, but that's not my goal. And also the last turn of my Dynamax. Okay. I get it. Last turn of Dynamax, you want to stall it. That's still half of your health bar, though. Oh my goodness, Ogre is dumb, dude. Ogre is absolutely silly. It's not even funny. Okay, well, that's Ogre. Snarl is somewhat meaningless, unfortunately. I don't have to switch in or switch out the Ensign, but I think that is the better play. Because then I can get the Intimidate right back on the field. I can switch in a Dubwool to take the incoming Max Geyser, I guess? Is that what Dubwool is going to go for? I mean, is that what the Palkia is going to go for? The Dynamax Max Geyser? I feel like, yeah, at this rate, it has to. I don't know how well the Dubwool is going to take a Max Geyser. I'm pretty sure not very well at all. But at least they're not in the rain. So it's not going to be, you know, a lot of damage, hopefully. So we're going to go into Dubwool here. And we could just go for the Protect. I think I'd rather let Ogre go down. I think Ogre has done its job. Let Ogre go down. Let the rest of my team shine in the back. So in comes Dubwool. Cow pattern and all. They're going to Dynamax their Palkia. We'll see how this turn plays out. I mean, my opponent could still theoretically win here. Maybe I should have protected. They do just Grassy Glide again. It's fine. Goodbye, Ogre. I wanted the safe switch into my Dialga. Now they go for the Quake. Okay. Interesting. I definitely can take a Quake. Ooh, not that well, though. Oh, that's bad. I was expecting to take that a little bit better. Hold on, did I lose? Uh-oh. This just went from looking great to looking not so great. I unironically wish I was in Trick Room right now. Because they have Quake, so I can't just send in my Palkia. I also can't just send in my Incin. But I guess I have to just send in my Incin for the Intimidate onto the Rilla, for what it's worth. Issue is I have to start hitting this Palkia. This Palkia is the bigger problem. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can just go for a Body Press onto Rilla. And then go for a Snarl. Assuming that Rilla is going to protect here. Which it should. Which I should have done with Ogre. Now that I'm really going back on that play. I'm like, I thought I was in a lot better spot. Oh. Okay, Rilla's going back up to neutral. Swords Dance on Rilla. Just protect, fake out, Swords Dance. What else? Wyrmwind onto Incin. Thankfully, we are Assault Vested. So yes, they're going to lower our attack. But our goal here is to lower their special attack. We're not trying to do damage. We're trying to mitigate theirs. Here's a Body Press. I don't have any stat boosts, so it's just, you know, base damage. But hey, we take what we can get, and we get a nice Snarl off on the Rilla as well. Nice -1 on the Palkia. Which, this now means that we can live another attack from Palkia. I wonder why their option there was to go for the Wyrmwind. Unless they don't have Max Geyser. They might have Protect, Trick Room, Earth Power, and Spatial Rend. I know some Palkias do that, but typically you want to run the Hydro Pump. Because if you're going to spend your time maxing, you might as well take advantage of the Stab Water move at base 140 or whatever it is. Alrighty. Alright, Double. You're still here. You're still on the field. I think we Body Press. I think we do the exact same thing. Actually. I think it's an exact same thing kind of turn. Since they're on their last 2 Pokemon, we can really take advantage of... Okay, that's fine. Of the stat drops. They go back to Quake. I'm convinced they don't have... I'm convinced they don't have Geyser at this point. Now, +2 special defense on the Rillaboom as well. And the Palkia. Which is not great. In all honesty. Because... the way that I'm going to deal with this Palkia is going to be a Roar of Time. So... I'm going to have to somehow break through a +2 Palkia. It's like a Palkia holding 2 Assault Vests is what I have to break through right now. Unless I should just start... No, I have to knock out the Rillaboom. Rillaboom being on the field is just giving my opponent... It's just giving my opponent a way to attack 2 Pokemon at once, and I don't want that, right? It's also giving my opponent the opportunity to double into 2 Pokemon. This should be the last turn of the Grassy Glides. I feel like this Grassy Glide, or like Grassy Terrain, has been on the field forever. Yeah, it is the last turn. Cool. So I'm pretty sure what we do now is just go for the Body Press again. They can't protect, so we take advantage of that, and we just keep on snarling, baby. We essentially have a +2 special defense on our Dialga too, because they're outspeeding everything, but they went for the wrong mon. I expected Double to be a little bit faster than that. Unfortunately, our instant is going to go down, but like I said, them being at -2 special attack, it's like us also having +2 special defense, so it's fine in the end. All right, Double, you got this, buddy. Now, I can only assume that they're going to want to start attacking my Dialga. So I think I take this opportunity to set up the +6 Double. Or at least just +2. I could also just try to set Trick Room, but I don't think it's that relevant. I think we just tried to Cotton Guard once. Roar of Time right away. They do have Earth powers. I know that. I'm aware of that. But that ironically helps me with Trick Room. I mean, with Weakness Policy. Oh, they don't know about Weakness Policy yet. Oh, we got this. This is fine. We're good. It's a 2v1 Palkia versus Dialga, Sinnoh versus Sinnoh situation. Adaman versus... what was her name? Irida. Diamond versus Pearl. Why are they taking their time? They go for the Spatial Rend. Onto my poor sheep. We live in, though. I I didn't think they would do that. Well, thankfully that was a lot of damage. Why would you be so mean to my sheep? Well, cool. Okay, so here's the thing. They're going to think they have this turn. No, I double attack no matter what. Well, I can't attack with my Dialga. I'm going to protect. I'm going to protect because they're going to go for my stupid sheep. And I want sheep to be alive at the end of this battle. But I think after they saw how much damage we just did with Roar of Time, they're not even going to bother. Special round again. Yeah. Not today. I won't even give them my sheep. I won't let you have him. I will not let you have him. He's going to double protect just so you can't have him. Followed by the Roar of Time. The double lives. No. Double. Why? GG. They killed the double, which is all they cared about apparently. With the crit. Man. We lost this battle in our hearts. We might have won on paper, but we lost it in our hearts. Double was not here for the victory. Oh, and we get a crit to boot, except we don't have increased crit chance like they do. Haha. Oh, is that 3 wins with double today? I guess so. Oh, Santacos, what have you created? And here you have the rental code for the double team. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what to say. Super fun team, man. I mean, we got to use double in pretty much every single battle, which is incredible to say. Was it, you know, the game-defining Pokemon? Was it the reason we won most battles? No. But it was there. It did its thing. It clicked Cotton Guard. It clicked Body Press, and we had some fun. Grab that round of code while it's out. Make sure to check out Santacos' Twitter down below in the description. He's always creating some pretty interesting Pokemon, and I love showcasing his teams on the channel because he really does find a way to take the Pokemon that he is showcasing and build a team that works very comfortably together with that one Pokemon. But yeah, that's the video. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I will catch you in the next video. I'm Kevin, this is Pokésports. Have a great night. Peace out. Bye-bye.